Yeah, so this was great, man. This is from our guy, Naval Ravikant. And I think it's just a sentiment for where we're at in business, culturally, societally. I would say Naval is way ahead of the curve.
Oh,
And he's talking specifically in this about wokeism and how the market is shifting quite drastically. He says, so Tim Denning says, this man destroyed wokeism, Naval Ravikant. He was an early investor in Notion, Twitter, and Uber, and is worth $600 million. He's been on fire lately on X. Here's Naval's updated philosophy. Number one, if you aren't volunteering to fight in a particular war, you shouldn't be advocating for it. Rip off the Ukrainian badge. Pretending to care should be illegal. Virtue signaling for status points is horrific. We need to call these people out. Number two, upcoming deregulation wave will create an economic sonic boom. It's hard to do business because stupid people run most countries. Increasing the size of any government leads to an overregulation and increased stupidity, which is a part of the policy that Donald Trump is pursuing, which is to release some of the regulation. Number three, go woke, go broke. The woke mindset has created more poverty than capitalism ever did. While they spread wokeism, they also devalue their currency by creating more of it out of thin air. If wokes cared about minorities, they stopped letting them be poor with high inflation and money printing. Right? And then number four, if you don't lie awake at night thinking about it, you don't want it badly enough. Chase what you can't stop thinking about. Hang around other psychopaths, maniacs, and misfits because fitting in.
Yeah, forget about fitting in.
Yeah. 5, replace all desires with a single desire. This is another way to describe obsession. Lukewarm people in their comfort zone rarely change the world. Right now, we need more builders and fewer critics. Number 6, the single biggest wealth hack is living in the future. Futurists are crucial. They see the world better than it is. People like Balalji, I don't know how to say that guy's name, and Lex Friedman. Yeah. If you want to be wealthy, find out how to use AI or blockchain to solve problems. 7, any government that slows down the development of spacecraft, medicine, robots, and intelligence is an impediment to civilization. This is 99% of governments. Vote them out. Number 8, it's a race between technologically driven abundance and government-driven poverty. Governments rarely make things better. They're terrible at spending, and they go into huge debt. The government isn't going to save you. Save yourself. Number 9, the real tax is society forcing otherwise productive people to pay attention to politics. Attention is the new gold/Bitcoin. Stop giving it to mainstream news that wants to manipulate you. Use social media. Curate your own newsfeed. Number 10, colleges have become status stamping machines. Use the $100K you were going to spend on college to start a business. You'll learn 10x more and you won't go woke. That's my favorite one. Number 11, nothing will attract people to you as much as your values. Stand for something and build a freaking movement. Life is too short to be mediocre. That's what this pod's all about. Number 12, it's rare for intelligence and drive to intersect in one person. When they do, look out. Hang around obsessed people. Judge intelligence based on whether people get what they want in life. Memorizing information equals stupidity. Number 13, if you have secret information, secret police, secret courts, you are ruled by a secret government. Reject online censorship. All of the info on UFOs should be public. Demand secrets like JFK files are released. Number 14, the most interesting people in tech are autistic tinkerers. ADHD and autism are often superpowers. 15, leaders come, leaders go, but don't change the rules of the game. Censorship is changing the rules of the game. Lawfare is changing the rules of the game. Importing voters is changing the rules of the game. Time to change people who are changing the rules of the game. 16, pay the world whatever it takes to leave you alone to think. True wealth is free time to do whatever you want. If you have no time to think, you're worse than bankrupt, and mental illness will creep in. Number 17, the smarter you are, the faster you see through any given game. Life is a video game. The lamest game is the corporate ladder. It leads you to nowhere. Exit the rat race and set yourself free. You deserve it. One life. Don't play stupid games with stupid, stubborn people. Amen. Naval.
Yeah. Naval, man. I actually read that over the weekend, so I was actually happy to see you pull it up. And I actually had that one of the second to last threads was actually something we're going to speak on later, but it's perfect. I really appreciate it because Naval is the kind of thinker who So he's not just a successful entrepreneur who has some thoughts about government. He's someone uh, who actually is really a very deep thinker and has broad knowledge, whether it's physics, philosophy, and mathematics, writing, um, and I really have appreciated to see how he's become way more bold in the last 6 months. Like he's always obviously had his own voice, but I noticed it a couple months ago, and then it kept going, and then he was on Megyn Kelly, and then he's not even like fanboying for like the Republican Party or the conservative movement. He's just saying like, dude, where there's corruption,
Yeah.
I'm going to speak on it. Where there's nonsense, I'm going to speak on it. And it's
Yeah,
really,
he's advocating for the free market is really what he's advocating for.
yeah, yeah, very, very good.